For my next build in collaboration with Revell, I will be building a Shelby Mustang, specifically the GT350H. Now I'm not going to be building it stock, but more about that in the next video. There will be an unboxing of what I will be doing with this one, so feel free to check that video out as well. For now, I'm just going to go through the box quickly, show what is inside, and then also go over the parts in a bit more detail further on in the video. So the kit itself comes with a nicely detailed chassis and engine bay, along with a cool interior and a generally good looking body. It does have a lot of parts for the chassis and also the engine bay for you to detail out even more. You can add a lot of wires, there's enough room for it, and also just a general good look with all the parts that are cleanly cast and have a good shape to them. So like I said, along with a nicely detailed chassis, you also get an engine as well. These are just the two halves for the main part itself, and there will be more parts added later on. From the chassis, we're moving along to the interior itself. The main interior tub does have a lot of the details molded in one part. The door cards are molded in, a part of the rear seat is molded in as well, and even some pedals and the floor mats too. Not that that is a specifically big deal, as normally with kits, if the door cards are molded in, there is pretty much no detail. In this kit, there is still a lot of nice detail molded in, so not really a big problem at all. The seats also come in two halves with a rear and a front. I guess that makes it easier to mold, and still they retained a lot of the nice detailing here too. On the dashboard side, it is a cool dashboard with the really recognizable Ford Mustang dash in it, of course, as it is a Mustang, obviously. It does have some cool details. Some of the vents on top are there, and the general details, including a radio, is also molded in on the front. These kits come in a couple different variations, and with this one you get the option for a rear seat, just to put it up and also to fold it down, I'm pretty sure. There are some nice vents for on the exterior. You even get the optional manual or automatic transmission and a really cool detailed steering wheel. You can easily drill these holes out with various different drill bit sizes and create a lot of extra detail that way. With this being one of the iconic American muscle cars from back in the 60s, there is of course also a big sprue full of chrome parts, with a lot of parts for the engine like the air cleaner, also some parts for on the engine, and even the oil pan as well. Not sure why this is chrome, but I guess that's fine. You can just dechrome it and paint it in another color. The bumpers are also molded in that same chrome, including the wheels and the grille too. For the clear parts, there's not really that much to say. You just have a nice clean rear window, front window, including those small side windows as well, some detail in the headlights, and also the optional side windows behind the seats. There are some tires included in the kit, of course, as well. They are a bit small to my liking, but that's more of a look that was correct back in the day and not so modern, up-to-date as I would like it. But nonetheless, the sidewall is nice and smooth. It does have some detail starting here on the edge and also a nice thread pattern going all around. So just like all of the chassis and interior parts, the body on this one is molded in white plastic, which is great. You can paint it pretty much in any color you desire, as it doesn't really want to bleed through with a red or a black body. The molds for these bodies are a bit older, as these kits have been around for quite a few years and also made in a couple different variations, so it does need a little bit work. As you can see, there are some mold lines here on the rear. All of the panel lines are not really as deep as you'd want them, but not a real big problem, as they are clearly visible, and with a bit of scribing they can be brought back to life. There is also a small logo for Mustang here on the side, which is a nice detail, and a small one here too, but that will probably be buried in paint pretty quickly, so you would need some decals for that. And as always with these Revell kits, you get a super nice decal sheet too. It has the gold stripes for on the roof, hood, trunk, and also on the scoop as well. A couple of license plates for different variations, and the various emblems and logos all around. Really crisp and nicely printed, and as I've known these Revell decal sheets for a while, they will probably be really easy to apply as well.